Hi everyone, welcome back to NFT Mantra. My name is Perrine, and today I'm with one of the co-founders of NFT Mantra, Prithu, who's joining us today. We'll get to know a bit more about his background, what he does at the company, and how he feels about Web 3.0 and NFTs in general. Hi Prithu, how are you?
Hey, Perin, all well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So, Prithu, to get started, could you tell us a little bit more about your background, what you used to do, and what it is that you do nowadays at NFT Mantra?
Cool. So, background, that's nice. So, I used to run a consulting firm. Before that, I was in one of the top four consulting firms, Deloitte. You might know of that. So, I
Yeah.
was with Deloitte for a long time. Then I started my own firm, Go Cloud Solutions. Then,
Mm-hmm.
after running it for 2 years, I sold it to one of the French big consulting firm called HR. I did proper knowledge transfer and moved on from HR Path. And now we started NFT Mantra, where my role right now is definitely on the growth side and on looking at the finances. So I'm the CFO of the company and Chief Growth Officer as well.
Nice. So, what I also wanted to ask you, how did you personally get into the world of, Web 3.0, crypto, NFTs? Like, how did that come about for you?
Okay, so I have been looking into crypto from 2017. So
Mm-hmm.
because at that point of time, crypto was fairly new, and we always used to hear a lot of stories of crypto. Bitcoin was going up and up. We were hearing stories of Bitcoin. Ethereum was starting at that point of time. So I did invest some. As a side investment, I did invest some money in Ethereum at that point of time, and was not looking into it seriously from the perspective of technology. I was more looking into it from the perspective of it's one of the coins to make some money off. Okay, so that was the start of it. But I definitely knew that crypto is going to be the future from the perspective of technology and from the perspective of currency itself. So recently, with the wave of NFTs, it became clear that we are on the verge of a latest wave of technology. So if you see the market from last 20, 30 years, every 10 years, there's a new wave of technology which hits the market. Either you talk about internet, and then you talk about all these Amazons and big firms. Then you talk about all the SaaS companies which came in the last decade. And now I think the new and the upcoming technology which is going to hit the market is going to be Web 3.0. It's already there now. It's not new anymore. It's already there. It's more about adoption of that across the, and that's where NFTs come into picture. And when we looked into NFTs and Web 3.0, the potential of NFTs is immense. Personally, one of the reasons I entered into this space was my love for art, and I have been a, people who know me personally know that I'm a comic reader from my childhood. I still read a lot of comics, though not English comics, Hindi comics, because I
Mm-hmm.
am from India and I
Yeah.
live in London, but I still love to read those Hindi comics. So yes, I do love them, and I do love art. So that was a natural inclination to move towards NFT side and to see how we can absolutely support the artists. So we officially entered the space of NFTs from June last year. So have been researching a bit on that from Feb last year, 2021, but from June last year have been looking into the space. Then we started, with Samir, Anuj, and Prabodh. We started this firm NFT Mantra, where we thought how we can help the artists to grow. That's important because NFTs in itself as a space is definitely on the groundbreaking technology side. But along with that, it's
Mm-hmm.
also about helping the artists who need to get their due share. So that's where we come into
Mm-hmm.
picture, and to help the artists. And artists are the starting point of our journey. We actually look at the technology more as well because art is definitely one. instrument and one use case for NFTs. We as a company are looking into multiple use cases as well as we go along.
Hmm. So, how do you feel about the NFT market at in this current stage? Because we hear a lot about from an outsider's perspective. Perhaps there are lots of articles coming out about NFTs, and it sounds like is it a bubble? All these buzzwords. There are lots of articles reporting theft, and I think every industry or every revolution has a phase where you have a lot of foul play and a lot of players that are trying to sort of abuse the trust of people who are trying to come in, and especially in this case, artists who are already historically underpaid for their work. So, yeah, if you could maybe touch up on this, how do you feel about the market? Is it in a phase where it's cleaning up? How can how can people figure out which platforms to trust also?
That's a very good question, Perry. So, because what I see is that NFT market is first of all just for our users. NFT market is here from last 3 4 years. It's not like it was not created last year, but the adoption has increased in last year or so. Call
Mm,
it one of the famous paintings or one of the famous NFTs sold by people by Christie's. Call it that. People started to look into this market. So NFT market is fairly new, really new from the perspective of artists. If you see the number of collectors or people who actually trade in NFTs and look into NFTs, there are not more than around 300,000 people, which is absolutely a very small percentage of, in fact, a very small percentage of overall crypto market, by the way. So NFTs at this point of time, I see where Bitcoin was in 2009, 2010, at the start of the journey of crypto. Similarly, this is the start of the journey of NFTs. So obviously, when a new technology comes, you will see a lot of scams as well. You will see a lot of people taking undue advantage as well. But at the same point of time, I do see a lot of opportunities as well for artists. I personally know some artists who have benefited a lot from NFTs, and we do see immense opportunities for the artists in this space. Yes, that's why you know, uh, I do invest in NFTs here and there, and one of the things I do always tell people, whoever is planning to invest in NFTs, is that don't just look at the art, also look at the team. Who are the artists? Are the people who are absolutely creating it? Are they doxed or not? Docs meaning, do you know their name? Are they real people, or they are just hiding behind a name or pseudonym? So those things become important. That's why artists, when they have to work with someone, they also need to find the right project team and people who they can trust, and who they can get supported from. So that's important according to me.
mhm. So coming back a bit more to NFT Mantra, could you tell us a bit about the platform and what you think sets this solution apart from other solutions and platforms that exist on the market nowadays, especially for artists and creators who might be coming in and have no clue about Web 3.0, how to get started. So if you could tell us a bit more about that.
Absolutely. So NFT Mantra, when we started to create NFT Mantra, the only goal which we had in mind was how to make it so simple for artists that it becomes a no-brainer for them. As an artist, I should only be concentrating on creating the art. I should not be thinking of, okay, do I have to create a MetaMask account? What is Ethereum? How do I get paid? What's a smart contract? I don't need to worry about those bits. So that's what we are planning to, or we are creating with NFT Mantra, where artists can focus on the art and rest of these bits we can sort it out for them. So they don't need to even think of wallets. We actually, when you join NFT Mantra, when you logged in and as a product, we create an automatic wallet we create for them. So uh, it becomes a seamless journey for them. So they don't need to think of these bits, which in like if you are an NFT artist and you have been in the market from some time, you will understand these. But the new artists who are not in an NFT market, they don't need to think about these. I won't call nuisances, but techno jargons of NFTs. They still need to make money, and that's why we are here, just to make sure that to simplify their life, and they can concentrate on NFTs, which is critical, rather than talking about tech jargon stuff, talking about MetaMask, talking about all of those bits. So our solution sets us apart from the perspective of simplicity, from educating the artists and making sure that we can support all artists, who artists who already have created some of the NFT works, or artists who are creating their first NFTs as well. So we support all kind of artists.
That's really powerful. And I think it's really nice how everybody on the team is really an art lover as well, like a tech enthusiast and lover, but an art lover as well. I think those two combined make for a very powerful, mission and drive. So touching up on that, I wanted to ask you, you mentioned you like comics. So maybe if you could tell us a bit about what kind of art do you like? Are there any artists in particular that you'd like to tell us about?
So I like simplistic art style quite a lot, and that's where in NFTs, in NFTs you can find a lot of projects who actually do a lot of things. They are also nice, but I personally like a lot of art which has got simplistic nature in place. For example, if you talk about NFTs, I love cool cats, so I'm a proud cool cat owner as well, and I love cool cats.
Nice.
They have got
Yeah.
simplistic, cute characters. I love that. Similarly,
Mhm.
Cool Mans is one of the other one by Danny Castle over there. So these are the projects which I love because of the art style, which is simplistic, to the point, no nonsense kind of thing. There are big projects like Punks and Apes as well, and they are brilliant. No doubt, they are making it bigger brand than anything else, and that's what the potential of NFTs is. So NFTs, according to me, is just not art; it's a brand itself. Today, if you go and talk to anyone that what is BAYC, they're not going to talk BAYC as an NFT. BAYC is a brand now. They have launched their Ape coin. They are
Yeah.
creating an ecosystem around them. So it is a brand. So moving forward, people are actually going to integrate and create more and more Web 3.0 brands via NFTs. We are already seeing a lot of brands coming into picture in the NFT space, like Adidas and Nike are already there. We'll see more and more brands coming into picture because this is the space for creators, and the potential of this is immense and massive. And we do want to help the artists to realize their potential via providing them the technical support and the product which can help them to do that.
Thank you, Prithu. That's a very great insight, I think, focusing on the brand and building a community and creating that feeling for people and why they decide to buy NFT. And it's true, you do see a lot of users, very proudly saying, I'm a proud owner of this NFT, that NFT. So I think that's, yeah, definitely very powerful. One last question I wanted to ask you is for NFT Mantra, for the platform. Do you have any big aspirations? It's a space that moves very fast, but say if you're able to picture a few months down the line, what would you hope to happen for NFT Mantra?
We would hope to become the platform of choice for the artist to go at any point of time, and to simplify their life, and to become the tech partner, to become the platform for choice. That's our goal, and that's what we intend to do. Once we achieve this goal, then we can look into the other possible opportunities for NFTs, mostly around brands and other use cases. Right now, our focus is definitely as a platform to provide the simplistic and holistic solutions for the artists.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'll just end it here. That was a great, very crisp answer. Thank you so much for your time, Pitu. It was lovely having you.
Always a
And
pleasure
thank
to
you,
talk to you.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll see you soon on NFT Mantra.